Hello students, welcome to tech.knowledge.in. This is TN Pandey. Today we will discuss about economic choice of conductor using Kelvin's law. This is one of the most important law in electrical engineering. Then let's start Kelvin economics law. A transmission line can be designed by taking into consideration many factors, in which economy is the most important factor. The conductor which is to be selected for a given line must be economical, because most of the part of total line cost is spent for conductor. Therefore, it becomes to select proper size of conductor. So, total capital cost must be minimum while designing transmission line. Students, the total capital cost is divided into two parts, namely fixed standing charges and running charges. The fixed standing charges include depreciation, the interest on capital cost of conductor, and maintenance cost. Next, running charges. The cost of electrical energy wasted during the operation is counted in running charges. The fixed standing charges and running charges in line is based on size of conductor. Students, regarding this, there are two important points. First is, if the cross-sectional area of the conductor is decreased, the total capital cost of the conductor decreases, but line losses increases. As you know, I square R loss increase. You can understand by given formula. Next, whereas if the cross-sectional area of the conductor is increased, the line losses decrease, but the total capital cost is increased, as you saw in formula. Therefore, it is important to find the most economical size of the conductor. Students, mathematically, we have S1 equal to fixed standing charges, A equal to cross-sectional area of conductor. Then we know that S1 is directly proportional to A, means fixed standing charges is directly proportional to cross-sectional area of conductor. Then S1 equal to K1 into A. K1 is proportionally constant. Then again running charges equal to S2. S2 is inversely proportional to cross-sectional area of conductor. Then S2 equal to K2 upon A. Then total annual cost is equal to S. Then S equal to S1 plus S2. Put the equation in third, K1A plus K2 upon A. For economical design of line, the cost will be minimum for particular value of. Then differentiate ds upon dA equal to 0. Put the value d upon dA, then equation becomes K1A plus K2 upon A equal to 0. Then differentiate first time, we get K1 minus K2 upon A square equal to 0. Then equation becomes K1A equal to K2 upon A. We get final equation S1 equal to S2, means fixed standing charges equal to running charges. Students, this is a Kelvin's economics law. Kelvin's economics law. Next, we will do graphical representation. The annual cost of conductor is directly proportional to size of the conductor. It is shown by the straight line S1 in the figure. Again, annual cost of energy loss is shown by curve S2. The total annual cost curve is obtained by adding the curve S1 and S2. The lowermost point on total annual cost curve gives the most economical size of conductor which intersection points S1 and S2. Here OX cross section area of conductor and minimum cost is XY. Students, again next we will move on next point, limitations of Kelvin's law. First, it is difficult to estimate the losses in line without load curves as load curves not available at the time of estimation. Second, interest and depreciation cannot be determined accurately. The diameter of conductor is to be so small as to cause high corona loss. Kelvin's law did not consider many physical factors like voltage regulation, corona loss, temperature rise, etc. Next, the conductor size determined by this law not be always practicable one. Students, I hope we will understand. Then thanks.
Right now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.